Welcome back. For those of you who are new here, we're building a wide-body C4 Corvette, as you can see behind me here. In the last video, we got the front end straightened out, and I'll be taking off that suspension to get some new hardware, paint the pieces, clean it up, and then get those ready for reinstallation. I did get a package from my friend Will Speed. We're going to try out his lower control arm and see if that works out. And I'll get into that once we get to that point, but that's probably the next video or two. For now, we're going to work on the rear suspension, get into creating some arms at the back for the bag to mount to. I also have a tie rod end kit that I got that I'll show you also. It fits really nice. I've already put one piece on, so we're going to probably take that back off while we're doing some measurements and creating. We're going to start with some cardboard, create some pieces, and transfer that over to some steel. Let's go. So if you recognize this, we had refinished all this stuff a little while back. I'm gonna have to repaint these, but the old air shocks are here, which are gonna be gone, which they don't lift up the car. So right here, you can see where the old spring mount was. And this is a 2-inch piece of square stock. So it's kind of loose in here. I'm gonna have to modify this a bit, but that tie rod end piece also mounts up here. So it's going to be very tight up here. So you can see we have these pieces here that I had picked up. I'll leave some information after about where I got this stuff. So these are going to be the upper mounts of the bag. I've ordered new plates for the top. As you can see, these are for the base, which fit on a nice piece of square stock. So if you can imagine this being the top plate instead, this will be bolted onto here, or welded, sorry, onto here. And then up at the top, where the carrier is, this has to be grinded out just a bit, and then these will be mounted up inside here and then at the back as well. So they'll be mounted kind of like this. The airbag mount will be here. The bag will probably land around somewhere down here, and hopefully I can keep this piece of square stock or whatever mount we decide to create here not any lower than this or this area, because we want, obviously the tire is going to be probably down here, but anywhere in this range would probably be best. The bag that I purchased is a 6-inch. It is very big, so this doesn't leave a lot of clearance. I'm going to have to pull the bag probably out towards this way and then utilize the old spring mount where the bolt goes through down through here. So I have to determine thickness, you know, things like that, that I feel like is going to be strong enough to hold this. The bolt or the mount here is kind of strange, where it's got a longer bolt that goes on this side and a shorter bolt that goes to the back here. So it's kind of like an L. I can maybe just weld some tabs onto here or a bracket, which will then pull this up towards the top. So the other issue we have is we have to come down and then in, but we want to make the bag kind of as flat as possible here, or at least this mount as flat as possible here. We don't want it kind of on an angle trying to pull up, because that just probably won't be very good. So this piece will be fairly short. I'd say probably around here where these bolts are. I can notch out this, or the top actually, and then have the bolts come in through the side, and then there'll be a pivoting arm here that we'll be able to move. So I have to kind of come down and then flatten it out just a little bit, and that will allow me to kind of move this up and down. So we're going to get into that and see how that all kind of fits, and then transfer it over to some steel. So I do have some supplies here and a bunch of other extra pieces. This is fairly thick stuff, but nothing long enough to kind of go all the way across. So we're gonna, I don't know if I have a piece this long, actually. Maybe this piece right here is long enough to go from here to here, but I'm thinking we're gonna come out maybe about 10 inches and then kind of weld that as a boomerang kind of shape, and then it'll get bolted into here, and then this will allow it to kind of move up and down. So again, as you can picture, this piece kind of like that, and there'll be a mount on top of that, a plate, and then yeah, the bag will go through. So the only clearance issues we have is the bag may be rubbing on this lower arm or the drive shaft. So we really don't want it to rub on that, obviously, either full extend or fully bottomed out. So anyway, we'll get started. All right. So after many hours of instruction, we have some cardboard cutouts. This is the center bar that goes across the suspension. So we have some good movement here. I just put some wire through to kind of get it to hold shape. You can see some tabs. I've ordered some extra tabs. I don't know if I'm going to put them on the inside or the outside. Maybe the inside might be a little stronger if there's going to be a lot of weight on this side. So this is just kind of for measurement's sake. We have this. We have recreation of the bag mount itself. So that's good. The top mount right here as well. So that is going to go on top, and we can kind of position that where we want to. And then I found these pieces in my scrap pile here, so I might try and use these to kind of maybe put the bag on this portion, and then this way we can bolt right through here, and this can be the part. So from here up, we can make an angle, and I've recreated that here as well. So it's a 12-inch piece, and yeah, let's get building. So, I'm thinking this is okay. I mean, the arm's pretty nice. It seems to lever very well. I might just keep it straight, a little straighter. I don't know how that looks in the camera, but it's pretty straight. I did want to put it up so the mount was kind of in the corner and I can kind of have more bracing, but I might need to keep this as straight as possible just for the tie rod arm that's going to come through here as well. So that will go through there. I can't put it up through the bottom because it'll interfere with the bag, so I have to go over top, and hopefully I don't bottom out on the frame up here. I may have to notch that, or I'm not sure. Figure that out, I guess, but the arm is down here, and that gives me probably about 6 inches of travel here. So we're gonna have to go full lock and get it to kind of go all the way up, and then this way we can check to make sure that this angle's okay and that these things are going to be okay, and then I start taking some more measurements, and yeah, then we start building out of steel. But as you can see, this bag is rather big. There are smaller options, and I might go with a narrower bag. Like in the front, it goes 4 inches tops, or 4 inches wide, which will go in, and this is also crazy. It's like 3 inches fully aired out, up to I think 8.5 full extend. So it's quite a bit of travel. So yeah, I'm gonna disconnect the shock, and we'll lift it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see here, this is maybe not long enough. I might have to drop this down a little further, which is fine. This can be changed by the bolt that goes here. this can be adjusted up and down. So I'm not too worried about that. This particular bag needs 3.5 inches at the base when it's fully aired out. And with my excellent cardboard design, we're at 2.5 inches. So this bracket, sorry, yeah, this bracket is up 1/2 inch from the, this bracket here is up, this bracket here is up 5, or this bracket here is up 1/2 inch from the 2-inch steel bar. So while this is on here, I'll need some more room. So this will have to come down. But this linkage design, I think will work out pretty good. It is pretty flat. With this going down probably another inch or so, this will make it level with the bottom bar here. And give me lots of clearance still underneath. The only thing that is an issue would be these rods here. I'll have to go across and see what they look like. So yeah, we'll do that now. Now, if you're like me and you had some bad rods in the center, so the center portion of this was a loose, I guess, tie rod or inner tie rod, and they don't sell the stock ones, so I wanted to replace it with something. And I found this guy on eBay. I don't have the name on me at the moment, but I will get it and give it to you. So, very nice design. This stuff is really solid because of all the hardware and the bolts. So what we're going to do is put this as far down as possible to match up with this outer rod over here. So we'll get this on. I'm thinking all this stuff will come back off. I'm gonna maybe pull the rear end off, clean it and paint it, as well as change the bushings on either end, maybe to polyurethane. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see how this goes. And as you can see here, I think this is the solution to this centerpiece that's going to be here. So I've marked this out, 2 inches on either side. These line up here perfect. This is a 2-inch strap. That will be probably nice and thick. I think this should work here. We'll have to see how this goes. The cardboard kind of didn't really work out that well. And yeah, bolt in the bottom, bolt in the top, and this should not go anywhere. So I could put some rubber in here or something like that. If it doesn't work out, then we'll go back to the drawing board. So we have this. Go in here. There's also a sleeve that goes through here, which I'll put in as well. There it is. Super solid too, by the way. This is really nice piece of kit, so pretty impressed. So basically we just want to check the it's like chewing bubblegum and walking. It's hard. So basically what I want to do is just check the fitment of this with the bag. I could just lower the jack, but that would just make sense, wouldn't it? Put this in here. Woo! Watch your face. Oh yeah, reverse thread on this side. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh God. So yeah, fits really nice. If you guys are interested in this kit, let me know. I can give you the specs of the stuff that I bought, and you can make it yourself. I don't think I'll be making kits for anyone else, only because I need to finish this one. So yeah, we'll go into, yeah, I don't know what to say. This is amazing. It's working out way better than the front. Way better. So I think we'll end that one here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Just to kind of get you in my brain and see how I made these things. I'm going to get to cutting and measuring. I think I might have enough material here actually to kind of get it going. So maybe tomorrow I will start to cut and stuff like that. It's getting a little late today. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. This is going to start picking up pretty quick, I hope. Work's kind of been real busy, so this will be hopefully one of many to come very soon. So thanks again for watching. Very soon we're going to get this thing up in the air, so take care.